Hi everybody, I've got my new gimbal. I had a wander around my house with it. I'm really sorry if I make you seasick because I'm trying to learn the best way to move with it and the best speed, so it's a bit of a work in progress. But as promised, if you watched the live with Kat the other day, and if you haven't, please go back and do that, because it introduced myself and Kat, if you didn't know either one or both of us, and the project that we're doing with regards to Shakespeare in 2023, all surrounding the first folio, the anniversary, 400th anniversary even of the publication of the first folio. So as promised in that, I am in Stratford at the moment, the lovely Stratford upon Avon of Shakespeare fame. I've been to Stratford a handful of times now. I've taken quite a few pictures and I absolutely love it here. I feel where I live now, I'm not going to say where I live, but where I live now is not too far from here. I'm in the Midlands. It's not where I grew up. I would not move back to where I grew up. But where I live now, I've lived for a long time. Stratford, I would rather live in Stratford. If I'm being completely honest with you, I would rather live in Stratford. So there we go. It feels like, I don't know how much of this is me being into history or is Shakespeare related now, but I just really love it here. And now I've been here a few times. I've got no sense of direction, but I'm getting to know my way around a little bit. And of course it's very Shakespeare-y here, and I've had some great times here already. And it's not where I got engaged, but we bought my engagement ring. We have a jeweller's here that we use, so I've got my engagement ring here. I actually got engaged at Bosworth, because that's my favourite history place. So Stratford is lovely. I'm sat by the water at the minute. I'm going to turn it round in a minute so you can see where I am, because I'm near the RSC. And we'll attempt a bit of a wander down there, and I'll try not to drop you or anything like that. I've got my Shakespeare bag, I've got my Shakespeare hoodie. It's all going on. I've already been in the Shakespeare shop and I didn't do too much damage, but I do already own half the contents of the Shakespeare shop, so I suppose it's a bit like academic really. So I'm going to try and turn this round now. Ooh, wish me luck, and good luck to you as well. Hi Vanessa. Okay, I hope you can hear me okay. So I've just come from up there, and that kind of leads you up to like sort of, I say the town centre, I presume it's all the town centre, but where a lot of the sort of where the Shakespeare shops are, the schoolroom and everything like that. And these are all places that me and Kat are going to visit. I will come up here again on mine. I don't live that far. It's only about an hour for me. Oh, Vanessa, that's great. You can hear me. Thank you. So it's not too bad. It takes me just over an hour. It's a fairly straight run on motorways and things. So it's not too bad, but it's quite a long way for Kat Stratford. She's got a very busy May, June and July, but we are up here for a couple of days for sure. In August we are seeing some plays, maybe we'll meet some friends. So over here, I don't know if you can see on my Ambling, there's the statue, a Shakespeare statue. There's some other statues around that. So when I first came with Kat in August, she did me a quiz, and I think I could identify maybe 2 of them. Perhaps. The sun's right in my eyes. I'm trying to point roughly where it is. I can't see, I'm sorry. Then we have the big wheel, which is usually here. I don't really do big wheels. I tend to get excited and then discover that they're disappointments. And a carousel. Sometimes there's a market down here. This pub here is meant to be very good. So our friend Philippa Lacey Brawl of British History Tours, I do some work with her on the tour, so I'm just giving that a quick plug, and she does History After Dark. Oh look, if I rotate the gimbal, the phone stays still. I forgot it could do that. Oh hang on, oh no, I don't know, maybe not. It was almost a good idea. Anyway, that's meant to be a really nice pub. Philippa says that's a really nice pub. See, if I move too quickly, bad things happen. Yes. So but yeah, if you walk down here, so here's the canal. Obviously I've never done a river trip, so I feel like perhaps I should one day. Not to say I'm here on my own at the moment, so it would be nice to do that with some chums, wouldn't it? That's a very English word, chums. So yeah, so there you go. So it'd be nice to do that maybe one day. Statutory ice cream stand, but on the water instead of a van, so that's quite cool. So yes, a really nice place. Obviously here is a really nice place, but because they get, obviously it's a town centre and they get so many tourists, they are oh, Vanessa's saying follow. Oh I can't see very well because of the sun. I'm sorry everybody if you're leaving comments. I might have to go back and check them out later. Hopefully they'll stay on. But yeah, you can imagine that it is a really sunny day here today. It's definitely one of the nicest days of the year so far. But it's not warm. It's not cold, but it's not warm. Like we're still in jumpers and all of these types of things. But it's nice that it's not raining, because if you're not in the UK, you may or may not know that the weather in this country is very random. I think it's a bit broken. It doesn't really know what it's doing. So a couple of weeks ago we had t-shirt weather, and then the next day it was chucking it down. Everyone was back in coats. So you take your life in your hands a bit with this. So you go. So here we are. We're walking towards the RSC. I'm going to turn this. I don't know if I need to be slower or if it's a bit more sensitive than I think it is. You can see that, just all these beautiful buildings. So I'm just going to. Now I doubt I can film in the RSC. So I've taken a few pictures today as well, which I shall make something with. Later on. Probably won't post it today necessarily, maybe over the next couple of days to spread out the content a little bit. It's very sunny in Australia. I live in Melbourne. It used to be weird weather. You see, I love the sunshine. I'm a very, very, look at all these pretty flowers. I'm a very, very fair weather person. Very fair weather person. I would hibernate given the chance. Now around here somewhere, when Kat and I went to see Richard III back in August, as discussed on the live launch the other day, we sat over there and we had our first chat about the possibility of the project. So that will be around at some stage, I think maybe as the part of the package at the end, when all the material gets kind of, as you know, you're getting lots of material as we go along, the kind of behind the scenes sort of stuff. There'll be lots, and that was quite a nice little chat, and it was a beautiful day as well. Then I think I'm going to have to spend a bit more time wandering around with this thing to adjust and see how it works, because it's making my arm ache. It is. So I doubt I will be able to take this in. So the next time it was Richard III we saw here at the RSC. When we went to see Titus Andronicus and Henry V in January, that was at the San Wanamaker at the Globe. So we are next at the RSC at the back end of August, and we're seeing Macbeth. And then towards the end-ish, or mid-September, I think it is, we're doing the Merchant of Venice. And the Merchant of Venice is having quite a short run. So, but it's one of Kat's favourites, and it is the one I did quite in depth at school. So I'm quite looking forward to that. But I don't know if you can see, there's a kind of square here. If you go onto my Instagram, which is just Historical Collaborator, not The Historical Collaborator, going back quite a bit now, I'm very sporadic with how often I post on there. There is a picture. It's actually a portrait of Shakespeare made up of tiny, tiny, tiny little Lego bricks. They might let me go in and take another picture, but I don't know if you'd be able to film. And then obviously you can see you've got the board going in there. So if I can, I will go in a minute and I will see if I can get another picture of that. But I'm hoping to pop back into town later tonight and show this to you, because it's so pretty, this building at night. I don't think there's any performances on here today. I was a bit concerned I might come down and there'd be a random matinee and I'd get overexcited and put myself in, but I don't think there is. So this is where I am at the moment. And then if you go inside, just inside the door there's a gift shop. Danger! I've already spent some money, as I may have already said, in the Shakes. I just said Richard III then. In the Shakespeare shop. It also has a Shakespeare bookshop. I nearly bought a book, but then I couldn't remember if I already had it. So there we go. So Julius Caesar's on at the moment. Oh, I wonder if it's on. Whether it is on. But yeah, so when we're seeing... Yeah, so we're also seeing another version of Macbeth down in London at the Globe. So two Macbeths. We did look at As You Like It, so I haven't ruled that out, but Kat might not be able to make that one. And then, of course, we are doing Macbeth here. So Macbeth here, apparently the RSC productions tend to be a little bit more traditional, whereas down at the Globe, they tend to be a little bit more experimental. And this, when I came last time and we were here at night, had a lot of stuff projected onto it and everything, which was really cool. So thank you for watching, if you have watched. Thank you, Vanessa, for all your comments. I can see a bit better now I've turned around and I'm not facing the sun. It's such a beautiful, beautiful day here. So if anybody's picking up on this later, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's not very lengthy, not massively exciting, but I just wanted to say hi. And while I'm here, I'm just sort of enjoying being in Stratford, really, doing a little bit of shopping, getting to know my way around, really, because I've got no sense of direction. But it's a place that I absolutely love. I feel really at home here, and I want to get to know my way around a little bit more. There's places that I know and I always seem to come to when I come here, but I think it's only, I came with Kat in August, then beginning of December, we popped back really quick with my other half, ordered my engagement ring, so I knew it was coming. Came back the next week to pick it up, and we had a couple of days here, or a couple of nights here, which was really nice. We went and did grown-up stuff because my mum, bless her, looked after my kids. And then I came a couple of days myself a few weeks ago. So, but I just really, really like it here. And obviously when the weather's beautiful as well, it's just so nice. And being by the water, it's a really lovely atmosphere. Apparently they had an event on the other day to celebrate Shakespeare's birthday, which 23rd, well, probably 23rd for birthday, definitely Death Day, which is why Kat and I did the live on the 23rd. So apparently it's an annual thing, and I didn't know, which I maybe should have thought about. I maybe need to start like Shakespeare Stratford official tourist something. They must have one of those, mustn't they? So they must have social medias to follow, so I'll have to follow those. So that's an event to remember for next year. So shame I've missed it this year, but never mind. There'll be lots of stuff happening, I'm sure, this year with the first folio. And just generally, it's like everything that you're interested in, you've got to keep looking, haven't you? You've just got to keep looking. So it says, I'm here for an amble. I've taken quite a few pictures of things of note, just some of my favourite Stratfordy things, places that I always seem to end up gravitating towards. So now I'm going to nip into the RSC. So if the weather's still dry, I might come out tonight and take some pictures where it's lit up and it's really pretty at night as well. But I'm going to go into the shop now. It's probably a bad idea. Is it a bad idea? I'm still going to do it, even if it is a bad idea. So wish my credit card good luck. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye.